The setting of the story is a spot in the countryside during the Spanish Civil War. An old man sits exhausted by the side of the road near an old bridge that crosses a river. The narrator, a soldier, says that his mission is to cross the bridge and find out how far the enemy has advanced. After he finishes his mission, he finds the old man still sitting by the bridge. The narrator begins talking to the old man and asks for information about his hometown. He was the last person to leave and was very anxious on behalf of some of the animals he had charge of. The narrator, nervously awaiting the fascist army and the ensuing battle between the two armies, asks the old man about the animals. The old man says that he had charge of 2 goats, a cat, and 4 pairs of pigeons. He says a major told him to leave the town and the animals because of artillery fire. He also explains that he has no family, only his precious animals. The old man then begins to express his concern about what will happen to his animals. He says the cat will be alright because it can take care of itself, and the birds will be okay because they can fly away, but he doesn't know what will happen to the goats. The narrator, more concerned for the old man's safety than that of the animals, wishes for the man to get up and catch a truck ride to Barcelona. The old man thanks him but continues to express concern over the fate of the animals he left behind. The narrator reassures him, saying that the animals will be fine. The doves will fly away, the narrator says, but the old man continues to worry about the goats. The narrator tells him it is better not to think about it. The old man tries to get up and walk, but he is too tired and sinks back down, accepting his fate once and for all.
Ohlman at the Bridge was inspired by Hemingway's travels in war during the Spanish Civil War in the 1930s. The story deals with familiar Hemingway themes such as depression, resignation, and impending death. The old man has decided that he is going to be a casualty of war. He gives up and is willing to let death take him. He says he is too old and too tired to move, and explains to the narrator that he is sure to be killed once the fascists advance across the bridge. But all the old man worries about is his animals he left behind. This shows his selfishness in that he is at death's doorstep, but all he cares about are his poor animals he left behind. The narrator tells him it's best not to think about them. The narrator worries about the man and the fact that he will have to leave him behind. There is one symbol of hope in the story. At the beginning of the narrator's conversation with the old man, the birds that the old man was looking after were referred to as pigeons. But by the end of the story, they become doves, symbol of peace in wartime. The doves are described as flying away from war, symbolizing peace and tranquility.
This story relates to me because I'm interested in world history and therefore the Spanish Civil War. Also, when my grandpa was a kid, he worked on a farm and has told me stories about his relationships with his animals and how much they meant to him. So I can relate to the old man when he says he is worrying about his animals.
The part of the story that I relate to is near the end when the old man is unable to leave without his goats. I can relate to this because I share a similar relationship with my pets that the old man shares with his goats.